It's finale week. It's Mon Wan Monday, and there's just no time to waste. Let's get into it. Hi and hello. I'm Kyle Petty, and I'm joined by the always punctual John Dunphy and the and the extremely gorgeous Gina Morgino. You can find us on the socials at BB Jury Duty. For those of us who don't know, of course you don't know. So John just joined us. Gina and I have been sitting here. Well, actually, Gina and I here were here at like 9:10, and then I left her and I came back at 9:25. And John still wasn't here.
I'm sorry.
We debated, like, I was actually going to start early just so that we could have the moment of saying, hi, thanks for joining us.
Wow.
But we didn't. We still waited. You're looking nice tonight. You're looking nice. Did you have a nice day
Thanks very
tonight?
much. Yeah, it was all right.
All right. Well, it's a nice day in the Big Brother Canada house. Or is it? We had the BBCAN Awards. I don't really care about these. Did you guys vote?
I didn't vote. But the one thing that I thought about this segment that I enjoyed, that I already shared with you guys, is that it's another way that BBCAN is better than BBUS, is that they fit the total BS episode, the filler, the recap episode, into a segment of less than 15 minutes on BBCAN.
Yeah.
We got to take an hour out of our. We have to take an hour out of our Friday to watch a montage of people crying that we already saw.
Yes.
And a bunch of nothing for a whole episode. And they were like, we can fit this in between stuff that matters.
Yeah, just to continue building on the mountain of offense that this is the fact that, like, it's also always on a Friday and it's a full hour, and we deep down know that it's a nothing episode, but we also are so nervous that we don't want to miss anything, so we still watch it. We watch it knowing we're wasting our night. We know it, and it's that's worse. Like, at least if you went into it and you're thinking like, oh, okay, no, it's like a real episode. It's something. No, we know better.
We sure do.
And they can at least give it. What if it was like the BBUS Awards and it was just an hour? Would you accept that?
I just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care either. Like, maybe if they assign something to it like that, like, I would be a little more interested. But like, it always just feels like an episode of nothing.
Right, like at least the award piece of it makes it kind of cute. We get people walking around the house being like, remember that time? And it's like, know, the production is like, now say this. Now say this.
You didn't say it right. Can you say it again? Yeah, terrible.
Wait. Oh, never. I thought you were telling me to say. I was like, I don't know what I was supposed to say.
We're not off to a good start.
I thought you were correcting me. I was like, I don't know what I did wrong.
Start. This is terrible. Yeah, I actually did go to vote for the BBCAN Awards, but I think you needed to use like the VPN to get into the website, and even that
was shut out.
It just felt like it was too much effort. I said, I'll forget it. Because like the B Direct eviction protection insurance did not require the VPN. You could just vote all willy-nilly. So every time I went, it looked like it wasn't loading right, and I said, I guess it's not for me. but some of those would have been fun to vote for. I think we kind of missed something there. That's really too bad. In other news, really shouldn't be going off in tangents this soon, but I entered the Big Brother the Game house for the second time and was
oh my god, I keep forgetting to look into this.
I keep getting evicted because it tells you like no, they're just taking money from me at this point, because you have to buy like your way into the house. You have to purchase these little tickets or something, and I purchased like a little pack of like 3 or 5. So I used one to go in the first time, and they said they would notify me when I got in the house, but it's on my iPad, so I did not receive the notification. And of course, it doesn't carry over the phone. So by the time I remembered it, which is basically like the next time I had to redo the credits, that's the only time I used my iPad, I had already been evicted. So then I re-entered and I said, I'm going to wait this time and pay attention. And I got evicted again. So now I just feel like every time I open the app, it's just like, oh, tell us how sorry. That was a rough eviction. Sorry your house guests felt that way. I was like, oh.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Guess you just didn't have a great social game, you know?
I had no social game. I didn't know I was in the house.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It really sucks. So I really want to know if somebody else is trying it. But all right, I guess not.
I'm going to try
I keep
it.
forgetting about it.
Yeah, try it
I
for
wanna
Wild
try it.
Wednesday. Wild
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, because we're live all week this week. Well, I just signed you guys up.
Yeah.
Nobody really committed. I'm sorry. Don't you guys listen to us. We don't know what we're doing. I'd like for us to be live this week.
I'm down.
Anyway, we haven't talked to any actual Big Brother. Hi, we're back. Okay, so what are we? Our final four: Betty, Josh, Kevin, and Helena. Guess you can just go right into his HOH, right? Is that kind of opened up pretty? I don't remember how this went. What was the HOH competition?
It was
before the HOH.
Okay, yeah.
We finally got to see what was behind the big red door. So exciting, so fun. Freaking Wendy's breakfast. That was what they waited all season for.
That's what Helena bust her ass for.
That's what JC Lynn on the way out of the house was screaming. This is
all I care about.
Behind the door. Yeah, just please tell me what's behind the door. Don't worry, JC Lynn. It was just
breakfast.
Just some fast food breakfast sandwiches.
It was just a commercial, basically. I love all these sponsored things, by the way.
But listen, I would have been so pissed if for the entire season I was like, I can't wait to see what is it. And then it was just freaking Wendy's that I had yesterday because the HOH let me come and have Wendy's with him.
This was Wendy's breakfast, though.
Ooh.
Like somebody who has never had Wendy's breakfast. Now, hold on now, because Wendy's is the breakfast of champions. All right, bump what you heard. Wendy's breakfast is mad good. John, have you had it?
No.
Oh, so y'all, I don't know.
You're alone in this one, I guess.
That's why this has happened. That's why y'all don't understand. I would have been real excited if I opened that door and saw a little one of those little breakfast baconators. Okay, maybe not now with my Barry stomach, but Wendy's breakfast is really good, and you're missing out.
And I was like, this was such a letdown. After all that, it's like you can have some breakfast and also practice the competition.
Wow.
I just love that. I just love that Kevin's whole strategy, by the way, for this door was that like I'm gonna sleep in this room with everyone else, and I'm gonna be the closest to the door so I can be the first one out. And then like they all got out there and they all had to just stand there and wait for 5 minutes.
And not only that, did you also? Oh, I thought you were also gonna mention that like he wasn't even the first one out of the room.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Still beat him. Yeah,
Josh beat him. Then Kevin fell. Then Helena fell hard.
Oh yeah,
really. I actually thought she might have been hurt.
And I was like, this girl just broke her arm.
Her elbow was wrapped.
No, but like it looked like she got hurt.
Yeah.
No, she had like a thing on her elbow, but like it looked like she got seriously hurt.
Yeah, like
look
the way
at that.
Kind of focused on her that moment where it looked like she was like regaining her bearings. I was like, this is gonna be because like she probably like banged herself up or something. Like this is gonna be like a plot point.
I was like, she has to leave the game.
Oh no!
Can you imagine that's how you go out?
Oh my god! Yeah. Over Wendy's breakfast.
Over Wendy's Final four, running to get Wendy's breakfast. You bust your ass and now you have to leave. That's terrible.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Well, that's not what happened. Helena's still alive and she's present.
She's still alive.
So after Kevin was talking all this shit about how you can, be playing the game, practicing the game, and all this other stuff, go on to now play it, and he loses.
Yeah. Well, it's because also the way that the edit made it look, his strategy was like, how do I get the highest number? It wasn't about trying to navigate it through all the numbers, because like,
it looked like, how do I?
In his mind, it looked like he was trying to be like, no, it's just whoever scores the highest gets it, not a day's competition.
Right.
Agreed. That is how the edit made it look.
I agree also. Which how do you guys feel about that? Because I feel like a lot of times it's like you have to know the days, and if you know the days, once you get to that comp, like you're good as long as you know your days. But this kind of took it. It was just kind of like whoever's closest to it. So there was some luck involved. Like it wasn't just like if you study.
Look at Helena.
And you know your days, you're good.
In Helena's DR, she was like, I know all of the answers. I just have no hand-eye coordination to get the thing to go where I need it to go.
Yeah.
Which I think is an unacceptable answer. It's an unacceptable answer. I mean, it was in there to practice. I mean, to Kevin's point.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is Final Four, Helena. You can sleep next week.
Right.
Sorry. You didn't deserve to win that one. Gotta say. Still love her, no shade, but
yeah, like it was very hard for me to like feel for her when she was like, damn it, because I was like, girl, you could have been doing it the
you
whole
went to bed.
time.
You went to
Like,
bed.
it was
I think the only
there.
person who got to be mad was Kevin, because at least he tried.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Although, boy, did I love to see him squirm tonight. Oh my goodness.
He was a mess.
He was a real mess, like stuttering. He really this was a man unwrapped.
One thing went slightly differently than he thought it was, and his whole mindset was like out the window. He was like, I don't know how to be a person anymore. My brain is fried. I'm done.
This was the first time you saw him like stumbling over words when he was trying to like make a case for
things.
Which
was crazy to me because like as smart as he has been the entire game, and as much as he's been able to manipulate and like maneuver his way through this, you would think he'd be able to pivot more easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also would have thought that you might have, even if you thought it was unlikely that this could happen, that you might have at least imagined it could. It looked like this completely threw him off.
Yeah.
Like really did not even imagine like a realm in which this was possible, which is like so bizarre to me.
Which, like, as far as Big Brother goes, this was one of the more predictable, like that happens all the time.
Sure.
How did you not account for that?
How could you not account for it? Especially when like, even though like Josh kind of burned Betty like before, like what did you think was going to happen here? He was going to let Betty go to team up with the two of you who have at this point made it pretty clear that you're playing the game together. Why?
Right, and he's on the bottom of your alliance anyway, so obviously he's going to set himself up elsewhere.
Yeah, he knows the crash test dummies have an expiration date.
Right.
And
the Cheesecake Alliance, if you will.
Coming up due, Cheesecake. Cheesecake Alliance, and they also call something else. That's stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah, Kevin, I think definitely got pretty cocky. Like he was, because even in this, I think in the very beginning of this episode, they were flashing back to last week and like showing his DRs, being like, "Yeah, me and Helena, we're not on the block. We control the votes this week. We have this, we have that." And I feel like he was thinking like, "Oh, I'm sitting pretty. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out." And then it was like, I think you maybe should have thought about things a little bit more.
But then also, like, it was the cockiness of it, but then it was also, you saw him before he started kind of unraveling, being pissed at Josh for lying to him, and it's like, Kevin, you've lied to every single person in this house. One person got you. Why are you so pissy about it? And he even said, he was like, you out manipulated the manipulator, but because was like mad about it.
He's smarter than everyone else. That's what it is.
Right.
But like, you've been doing it the whole game. You can't be pissy when someone got you.
Right.
No.
And I got to tell you too, like, as smart as Kevin has been, as like amazing as some of these moves that he's been, like the manipulations that he's done, it's like, dude, how could you be so gullible to think that somebody's going to throw the HOH when you get to
in Final Four?
Like, are you serious? You're not even going in thinking like there's a real good chance that he won't throw this. Like that's not in your mind at all.
What a ridiculous promise to make. Who would honestly have thrown that HOH?
It's the Final Four. Like, why? Like, whoever wins is guaranteed to go to Final 3 in this game. Like, why would you ever think that someone's going to throw that?
And not only Final Four, the only other person that I'm playing the game with is not eligible. Like, I'm not even throwing it in a way like, okay, it's just you against this person. Okay, let the chips fall where they may. No, it's not even that. It's like,
knowing that you're at the bottom of this other duo.
Yes, I'm gonna let one of y'all win. No, come on, Kevin, come on.
And it's not like it's not even like, oh well, he knows he can't play next week. He can. Everyone plays in Final 3 HOH,
right,
so there's no downside to winning this HOH.
Right. Agreed. Well, we say all that to say Josh wins head of household. I think we already said it.
Smoked him.
Smoked, right? Smoked. Now, can we get to the nominations here? Because I feel like we already did everything. It's fine. It's not really a spoiler. If you're here with us tonight, You're
Also, like the only other thing that happened, like there wasn't a lot of meat to this episode, you know?
no,
Yeah.
there really wasn't. There really wasn't. So Kevin and Betty go up, leaving Helena off. Now I understand the whole bit about it doesn't really matter. They're DeVito, blah blah blah. It just doesn't sit right with me having Betty there. I don't understand why she needs to start on the block.
She even approached him like right off the bat. She was like, "You're putting me up, right?"
Yeah, I
Which
don't
I-
understand.
Yeah.
Why does it have to start that way? Like, doesn't it make more sense?
The only thing that I can
Helena, rather.
the only thing that I can think is that like maybe he and Betty are in on it of like make them still think that you're with them, so don't put both of them up. But I mean,
Right.
him
Yeah.
saying that but even like him saying he was going to throw it and then not throwing it kind of already draws that line in the sand for me. So I don't see why that.
Right.
Well, because so
matter.
so Josh was trying to play this off as if like, listen, I was gonna throw it, but then after the first couple of questions, I was like, wait, I think I can really win this comp, so I'm just gonna win it for myself. And then he was still trying to like sort of talk to Kevin about the crash test dummies. So I do think there was a little bit there of being like, let me try to play this as if I'm still working with them in some capacity. Like that's what it made it seem like to me, is that he was like, oh yeah, I was gonna throw it, but then this and that, and then Kevin was like, no, I don't believe that for a second.
Right.
But yeah, I honestly, at the end of the day, I was surprised that it ended up being Kevin and Betty. Like, why?
That's the only justification I can give it is that if he put up Kevin and Helena, that it's clearly we're not actually working together, and here he can be like, oh well, I mean, it does come down to this or whatever, but like I'm not going to put you guys both up because you're both my people. I just have to put up one of you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weak.
Also, because now if Kevin goes and you get to final three, like who does Helena? So I guess that could also come into play here. Like who do we think Helena brings if Helena wins like that final HOH?
I think Kevin.
No, I'm saying if Kevin's gone at that point.
Oh, if Kevin's gone. Sorry.
Yeah, assuming the final. I'm trying to understand the logic maybe for Josh. Like, why choose Helena to be the one person that's off? I guess maybe then because maybe he expects that Helena would bring him over Betty, but I don't know that I would do that. I don't know.
I think if I'm Helena, see, I don't know. It's kind of tough.
It is kind
that
of
one's a toss up.
Betty versus Josh. Yeah, who would you rather sit next to in final two? That's very.
I don't
hard,
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because they both. I mean, so Josh has won what 2 HOHs now, right? Betty has won an HOH and a veto. I think they're tied up in comps.
They're pretty even in that regard.
I feel like their game overall is pretty even.
In a lot of ways. Their social
and
game
I don't know. I don't know that they know that they were. I guess they kind of do because of the double. I was gonna say like I don't know if they realize that there are people that are hard no on Josh.
Yeah.
But like Summer was very vocal about it, but I don't know if they necessarily realize that like there are other people that are iffy on Josh.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting too because
like a lot of people are hard no when they leave because they're mad.
Yeah.
But like we'll see what Summer has to say if Josh gets to that point. Because
I mean, we've heard Summer say it, we've heard Moose say it, we've heard a couple people say it in the jury segments that like they're over Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what, Helena?
Helena,
as far as I know, Helena is tied in comp wins with both Betty and Josh. They all have 2. I think Kevin has 1. He is the least. So in a way, like they're all fairly even.
Yeah, unless Josh realizes that maybe like Betty and him are almost like kind of the same, and maybe he just did it to tip the scales? Question mark? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Do we think that if Kevin made do we think Kevin really has a path to win here? We know that he's been manipulating so many things, but is Kevin going to have a hard time explaining that to the jury?
He even said it in his DR today. He was like, the kind of game that I'm playing is a game that juries don't really see, which is why he wanted to win the HOH so bad, to be like, no, here is a concrete thing that I did.
Yes,
because it's hard to justify a manipulation game. Especially because if you're really good at it, you have convinced everybody else that they're doing the thing.
Right.
So if you're taking credit for it later, it's like, no, I did that. What do you mean you did that?
What do you mean?
Because you've convinced them that they did it.
I think Wow, it's so true. Oh man,
It's such an interesting thing. I don't know how this one's gonna go. I don't
This
think
this this game really could go to any of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is not a clear winner here, and it
No.
makes me and you know what else is exciting, at least for me? There is nobody here that, like, I'm actually rooting against.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
You know, we always have that person like, please not Kylan's. You know, like you get so
Yeah.
nervous, and it's like, but this,
No,
like,
we don't have one.
you know, I like these people enough. I honestly, I think I like Josh the least. That whole
Really?
Betty
Okay.
thing, I didn't like the Betty thing. I didn't like putting Betty up during the triple. I hated it. I hated it. Just really rubbed me the wrong way. Like if I was Betty, I would have fucking blown the roof off. You understand? Like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
she let that go a little too easily.
she sure did. She sure did. They would have wished they got rid of me.
See, but I feel like
man.
I feel like she probably looked around the house though and thought about like, what choice do I have? Right? I mean,
no, and that's the right way to go. I just know that I wouldn't have. I'm not saying that my behavior would have been acceptable. I'm not saying it would have been good for my game at all, but my behavior would have been my behavior.
Because that's the thing. If Betty had been cold to Josh and had not accepted him back in, she'd be in a world of hurt right now at this very moment.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that so would have ended my game. If I didn't go out in the triple, I would have been out soon after. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to control myself. Yeah. And that's that on that. You guys watching Survivor?
I'm so sorry, I have not.
I've been really slacking. Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta say that's too bad. It's too bad.
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's really good.
I do still plan.
I just caught up yesterday. I'm talking mad shit.
I do still plan to get caught up.
Let me tell you something. There was a conversation that happened at this last tribal. All right, that was centered around race. That was so wonderful in every single way. And this is coming from me saying, like, you know how I keep saying, I don't always want this in my show. I don't want you, it's too triggering. I don't want to be looking at this. I'm watching this to not think about that. The way this tribal went was so initially explosive and then immediately beautiful. I had to pause. I was sobbing so hard. It was the way that they expressed themselves, these two Black women, and the way I can say white people, the way the white people around them received it. It started off so contentious and ended so nice. And it it was just wonderful. And just how eloquently, and it was that Marianne. It was Marianne, who I have hated. I think she's so annoying. That younger Black girl. She's so annoying.
The one with a really big personality.
Yes, she's very loud and just very. Oh, she never gets any better until this moment. And I went, like the way she said these things, it was out of this world. Like really, really special. So that's all. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really great.
That's something I would like to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been such a naysayer on these things, but like this was really great.
I think part of the problem too is that like when you have some of these conversations and they start out contentious, like they don't go anywhere productive. Like everybody gets put into their side and they stick to it, and then they feel defensive and this and that. So it's nice to hear that a conversation like this could have helped people sort of like grow. You know, I mean, I'm very interested to see that.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, it was a really good watch. It was a really good watch, and I have to also give credit.
This was the more recent tribal,
this was literally the tribal that just happened Wednesday, and I was seeing some things like on social media like about these two, And I was like, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read any of this. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to go into it with any. No, I knew it was a race conversation. That's all I knew. And I said, I'm like, just see what happens when we get there. You really have to even give it to like Survivor production, like for the way that they edited this. Cause I'm sure this was a difficult one to navigate around. Cause it started rough. It started with someone saying like, don't try to bring race into this. No, you're trying to make this like it's a racist thing. It's not. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is no good. And I was like, I don't know how we get out of this. And it was just wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. So really right on. Really very, very special. And it confirmed that I really do want to make sure I'm doing my BB24 audition video. I had to just redo it. Because I was like, you know what? It is important that we're on these shows. Like, I never said it wasn't, but like, it was just so special. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for you to see it. And I can't wait to have more of a conversation around it. It was really, really wonderful. So there's that.
I want to get caught up now, just so we can have a larger conversation.
And even without that, let me also just say that this is just wonderful. Jeff,
I've heard it's leaps and bounds better than
it is. It is.
The previous one.
You know how even in 41, Jeff was like talking to the camera and like saying things to us. There have been moments in this where he's like, listen, we have the benefit of knowing how 41 went. So we're tweaking some things. This time we're going to take this same twist and we're going to do it again, but just a little bit differently. See if we can get a different response. Here they come. Gotta go. And it's like, oh, that was cool. Like, that's really cool. Something you don't get that.
Wow, a twist didn't work out, so you modified it and made it better. So interesting.
Yeah.
What a wild concept.
I really appreciate the like honesty too, and like being like
the self-awareness.
As a show, we learned from this. But I do wonder, how do you think the season 41 contestants feel? Hearing
like,
Jeff be like,
y'all fucked up.
At last season, we tried this and it
some
sucked.
of it is like, well, some of it also just didn't go right, because now seeing how other things went, never mind now.
You don't want to give anything away.
No, because I set it up wrong.
And I was like, are you trying not to spoil, or did you change your mind?
Yeah, and I'm trying not to spoil, but unfortunately, because of the way that I started it, it already implies that something else changed. So what I will say is that because I don't want to be that specific, that's how I'll change it. So a certain advantage that was hidden in 41 that did not get found was now found.
All right, I know what you're talking about.
And because of
I don't know that I do.
Now you see it's like, oh. So now I see that you didn't want that advantage to go to waste, so you kind of roped it in a janky way so that it didn't fall by the wayside. So like, it's just.
Can I guess?
Which
advantage it was?
I don't know. Does Gina want? It's up to Gina.
I'm realizing right now that I don't remember 41 as well as I thought I did, so I have absolutely no idea what we're talking about.
I don't give a damn.
I don't think I'm giving anything away.
I don't care.
I think I know which advantage you're talking about, though.
Which one?
Because I still think about it. Gina, you sure you don't care?
No, yeah, say it. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Is it the advantage that we never got to see that was hidden underneath the bench that Xander was sitting on when he sat out of that competition?
Oh, yes.
Yes, but you come to now find out, oh, this is where you can still have some fun. Good, because we haven't said it. So, yes, it is hidden in the same spot. It is found. And when you realize what that advantage is, now I don't even remember how it unrolled in 41, but you did see it in 41, but obviously you didn't find it there. So I don't remember.
It was post competition. Jeff walked over to the bench and went, huh, this could have helped somebody. He like took it out from underneath the bench. And that was all we saw. We didn't actually see what it was.
I completely forgot about that.
Right. We'll see. And all right. So now rewatch it. Now watching 42. Now we know that we did end up seeing that advantage. You did see it in 41. I don't know. I don't remember now how they gave it to the person. It might have been a summit trip or something like that. It might have been that. I think that is how they. I think that is how they got in there. Yeah. But anyway, it does get found. Just very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, and the gameplay of this one is good. People are doing fun and exciting things. This is a good cast. I highly recommend. Catch up. It's a good time.
I have to, yeah.
Um,
I've been meaning
Definitely
to.
need to catch up.
They also brought back that silliness at the Exile Island, that silly hourglass. Do you want to turn back time? Like, they all, I think, production also realizes how very stupid it is that you're like editing this as if this is an actual cliffhanger. They learned whoever's there is smashing it. I mean, duh. Like, I mean, we don't have to spend a lot of time on it, and they don't in this. It's like, it's way faster than Erica's version.
Yeah, they made that such a like dramatic thing, and we were like, she'd be an idiot if she didn't. Like, obviously, she's gonna
yeah, no, that is not how this was edited. Way different. This was more around this person making a fire, and making a shelter. And then them not knowing what the hourglass was, and before you knew it, Jeff was there. Like, they were like, okay, no, we get it. We have to put this in, but no. Yeah, but no, it's been great. 42 has been fun. I'm not saying I want to cover it again or anything, but like this is fine. Yeah. So what else? I'm not caught up on Beyond the Edge.
I'm excited about so there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the challenge, but I've been seeing some tweets about Josh coming out on Challenge 38. Have they started Challenge 38? Is that like going on right now?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that leak stuff because I get nervous that some of it could be real, and I don't really want to like know things because I already heard something about Challenge CBS that upsets me if it's true.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just not something that I would want to know. And it may not be true, but like I don't know. Now I'm going to be watching it, thinking it might be.
Right.
Do you
I don't know what I'm hearing. I just I want to know whatever you're hearing. I was reading stuff online about the Challenge 38 and Josh getting into fights with Fessy or something again, but like I don't know if any of that is real because again, I don't know if this is even happening yet.
Right.
Have you heard anything about the Challenge 38? This like I was reading it on Twitter tonight, being like, I didn't even know this was happening at this moment.
I mean, I knew that it was happening, but I didn't know it was taking place. Like I didn't know when or dates or
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
No.
But
I heard that early on, like a few weeks ago, we had already seen. Okay, you following now? I heard that a few weeks ago, we had already seen the last of the BB23 cast leave the challenge.
This is the CBS, right?
Yes. And I will say...
Is that season still happening currently?
That I don't know. This is the last little leaky
thing. Because I've seen people like out and about on social media. So like...
Right. Tiffany's been out and doing things, and it's like that almost confirms your leak.
DX has been out and about all over the
yes,
city.
He has. Yes, he has. He's out. So I have not seen Xavier though.
Interesting.
And I'm not sure I saw Kyland. Because isn't he in this too?
I thought so.
I think Kyland and Azza? No. Yes. No.
I thought Azza. I thought it was most of
yes.
them. Just no Chada and no DF. I thought it was everybody else.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We talk about them like we know them. Yeah, no Chada. No Chada. Not even actually her name. Wild. I have no other news. Got nothing. I got nothing for you.
I don't think I do either.
Yeah.
That's all right. You had a nice time. So Wednesday is at 7:00. Well, the episode's at 7:00. I'd like to go live on Wednesday. It's an eviction episode.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an eviction episode.
So I most likely will not be around because now that I am COVID free, I'll probably be working.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
but
great. No, I'm so happy you're healthy. I'm happy you're
but
healthy.
I mean that doesn't mean y'all can't go live, and I'll just catch
Fine.
up with you on Thursday.
But okay. I mean, it's finale week. We have to carry the torch. I mean, this is not. There's no time to lay down.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you're laying down. You're working. But it's an eviction episode. There'll be things to talk about.
For
I was like,
sure.
"Ooh, what guests can we pull in? We have nobody. There's no reserves." Although, it's been nice being family only for this season, Hasn't it been
Yeah.
nice? It's been nice.
True, yeah.
That's just it's like shit's about to get crazy on jury duty.
Yeah.
I don't know when we can start Drag Race. Cat's out of the bag. No, I don't know when we can do Drag Race because I'm having an issue with the 23rd. We'll have to talk offline. Yeah, and then the next Monday is Memorial Day.
That's right.
Arr.
Right.
Yeah, so we've got some Monday issues. Yeah, so I don't know.
Arr.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, right. We're gonna have to figure that out. Figure that out. We can still do the challenge on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Cat's out of the bag about that too. I mean, it's not really out of the bag. We already said we were doing the challenge. We just didn't say when. We just didn't say when.
Yeah.
We're moving it to Thursdays. Oh my gosh, I look so greasy. We're gonna be doing the challenge All Stars. I am. I have a very oily T-zone. My very first crush told me that, and she broke my heart. Her name is Katie Peterson. I'll never forget her. Yeah. She's like, oh, here, and she gave me like one of those like face oil wipes.
No,
She has a very oily T-zone.
Katie.
This is in like junior high, and ever since then, I've always been very self-conscious about my T-zone.
Katie, that's rude as heck.
Yeah. Although the next couple of times I did that, I didn't really need to. I just really wanted to show off how perfect my nails look. So I knew that it was really great.
Oh
It looked really great. Yeah. So Thursdays, we're gonna be picking up Challenge All Stars 3. All right, that'll be at 9:30 on Thursdays. Honestly, that starts next week. There's no hiatus for us. Yeah.
It does start right after, huh?
Yeah, we're just steamrolling right into things here. All right. Court is always in step. No, I don't mind me. It's so stupid. It's definitely time to go. Thank you all. So I guess it's boys' night on Wednesday.
Yeah, but it has been a great Monday.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be Wild Willie's Wednesday.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's getting wild. And then it's on Thursday. Thursday is 10:30. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Get your
2-hour
coffee
finale.
going. Get your coffee going. Well, that's gonna be a short night because what is there to talk about?
Yeah.
This person won. Yay, nay. Oh wait, we're not ready to go. We are not ready to go. I have wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I have
yes.
version of last week's eviction dress. Before we go, we have to
this abomination.
This attire. All right.
No.
So now you get to see everything that we were talking about. Okay. The line
funny,
going down, separating. Now we're seeing the green down below.
I have to say,
this is it.
This photo still doesn't look as bad as it looked in the actual episode. You know what I mean?
And see, I was just saying to Kyle before, this is somehow worse than I remember.
Yes, Gina
really
was actually even less impressed. Yeah, I thought pre-show in the lobby.
I actually thought that seeing this like during the live episode with her moving around in it looked worse than this did. This doesn't look as bad to me, honestly.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I don't think it looks as bad, but this still remains.
Oh no, I still think it's bad.
Hard not. All right. It's not. I'm not really
still think it's bad.
the hardness of it. All right. It's a solid no. I am encouraged, and my spirit is warmed by her facial expression and her enthusiasm.
Sure.
She's very excited, which excites me. But other than that, she still lost me on this one. Sorry. This is
I
not great.
still say that this is my least favorite outfit of the season, but
Oh, of course.
this picture does not. This picture really doesn't look as bad to me as it looked in the episode.
Okay. We should start putting this out there, like on the socials. Let's do a poll on Instagram, see what people say.
Yeah, I've been slacking on the socials. I am sorry.
No clips from Gina.
I've been
But
I've been running around like a crazy person.
She's not running around like a crazy person. She's been playing Animal Crossing.
Hey, I've been busy.
No argument and no rebuttal.
Two things can be true.
That is true. That is true. All right. Well, thanks all. So Wednesday at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sans Gina.
I'll be back
we'll
on
be talking
Thursday.
about everything eviction related. And then obviously, our pre-finale chatter, favorites to win. Do you have a favorite to win, Gina, since you won't be with us Wednesday? What can you say about this Final Four? What do you think?
It's so hard to say. I don't know.
I know.
I have no idea.
Well,
It depends
here's
on
what
how
I'll
the three
say.
goes, really.
Yeah, here's what I'll say too. So my favorite, and it's not even who I think is most likely to win, but the person that I'm just going to pick, because this was one of my preseason top picks, is Josh. So if Josh wins, then
I would love that win for us.
yeah. Then if Josh wins, then Gina and I will have had our preseason pick win the game. So that would be.
But wasn't your preseason pick also Helena?
No, it was
JC. We had the whole thing was to pick one male, one female. We picked JC
for some
Lynn.
reason I thought you picked Helena. I thought somebody had Helena.
No, we loved Helena, but she wasn't our winner pick.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So if Josh
and
wins,
then
that would
if Kevin wins, my first boot pick won the season. So this could go a
yeah.
number of ways.
Who was my first boot? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
To go back to our
I don't
preseason
remember
episode.
either.
I don't remember anything. I'm asking you what my pick was.
I don't remember what you said.
How stupid. Of course you shouldn't. Why would you remember that? What a stupid question.
Because fun.
Oh, Kyle Moore.
No, he was my pick to win. Because he had my name. So I just wanted him to win.
Right.
And then I said Summer because I just liked why she wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you said.
I forget now too.
We got to go back.
We have to go back. We'll check the tapes. All right. Everybody's had enough of us. Thank you so much. We'll see you Wednesday and Thursday. This is Jury Duty. Find us on the socials. BB Jury Duty. BB Jury Duty. Jury Duty. Thank you and goodbye.